Hey, welcome World Entertainment, and as we know, Alien Romulus did very well at the box office, and of course we have it confirmed that a sequel is in development. Now, we're hearing Ridley Scott may be developing a new Alien film. Now, we don't know whether he's talking about the sequel to Alien Romulus, that he will just be involved or something, or is he actually developing a new Alien movie himself? Or, yes, there is an or, is he actually developing the prequel again? Is he going to finally get to do that third movie to Prometheus and Covenant? God, let's hope not. Everything about this story is worrying, because keep Ridley Scott away from the franchise. You can see his fingerprints all over that third act of Alien Romulus. You know, the worst part of the whole bloody movie. And of course, he always goes on now about all the xenomorph is irrelevant, blah blah blah. It's all about this, and it's like, really? But let's see what he had to say, because it's only one little kind of thing he says, which everyone's kind of jumping on to this thing of, oh, he's developing a brand new Alien movie. And it sounds more like he's talking about the sequel to Romulus. But let's have a look at this. This is over at AVP. This article we're going over, but he was actually talking with the Hollywood Reporter, I think it is. But let's jump into this. So it says, in a recent editorial about Ridley Scott's production company, Scott Free, the Hollywood Reporter talked with the director about his past and future projects. Scott praised his long-time relationship working with 20th Century Studios. And he said this: Scott's long-time track record with 20th Century, now owned by Disney, isn't an accident. The director's first hit, 1979's Alien, was at the studio, and he's been loyal to the company through many upheavals over the decades. I think I've done 13 films for Fox, which may be the highest number any director has done for a studio, Scott says. It's a bit like opening a restaurant. When they pay your overhead, you better eat there every night. I eat at my table every night with Fox. I think that's why I've been valuable to them. You win some, you lose some, but overall, they have been rewarded for what I do. That's very much blowing smoke up his own butthole right there. The whole, you win some, you lose some, but without me, they couldn't do what they do. Yes, they absolutely could, and you've probably cost them more money than you've earned them. So, riding high off the success of Alien Romulus, and also producing next year's FX Alien Earth series from showrunner Noah Hawley, Scott isn't slowing down as a filmmaker and producer. A sequel to his 2000 blockbuster and Best Picture winner Gladiator releases next month. And apparently he's already writing Gladiator 3. Yeah. So a snippet of the editorial caught our eye, in which Scott told THR that he's developing a new Alien film. And here is this whole statement of where this comes from. So it says, Scott also revealed he's developing a new Alien movie for 20th Century in the wake of Romulus' success, plus a Battle for Britannia film being written by Joe Pinhall, as well as the previously announced thriller Bomb from Kevin Macmillan. So that's it. That's the part where you're like, wait, what is this? And AVP even says this. It says, while Scott may simply be referring to returning to produce a sequel to Alien Romulus from director Freddy Alvarez, recently mentioned by studio head Steve Asbell as in being in talks, we have to wonder if perhaps this is another project entirely. Might we see Ridley Scott finally return to the director's chair for Alien, perhaps to finish his prequel series, or take on another idea entirely? Only time will tell. So you're seeing that he directly said, apparently, to The Hollywood Reporter, that he's developing a new Alien movie. That's the interesting part about that. It's, did they take that out of context? Did he actually maybe say, well, I'm working with Freddy and stuff while they develop the next Alien film, but they took it on board as, oh my god, Ridley Scott's developing a new Alien film. You don't quite know, because from what we were told, he was really only there on Romulus in name and name only. Again, you can clearly see the influence he had by the end of that movie, though. He clearly made them force Alvarez to put some crap in there which linked to Prometheus and whatnot. We know Fox turned down the idea of the third prequel movie. He wanted to shoot Covenant and that third movie back to back, and Fox went, hell no. You know, you barely scratched the surface in terms of making money with Prometheus. We're not taking that much of a risk with this one. And he reluctantly did it. He handed it to them. They went, where the hell's the alien? He gave his whole, the androids are more important. Fox are the ones who told him, put the fucking xenomorph in the movie. And he did. The movie flopped horribly at the box office. So obviously Fox were sitting there going, thank Christ we didn't invest and do the two movies back to back. The amount of money we'd have lost. Now of course Disney own it. Why Disney would be willing to turn around and give creative control or stuff like that to Ridley Scott all of a sudden, when the fact of the matter is Alien Romulus isn't his movie. He really had no real input in where the story began and stuff like that. It was very much Freddy Alvarez. Again, you saw where his influence came in the third act of the movie, the end of the movie, the part that destroyed the movie, basically. The one part that everybody went, Jesus, you just destroyed this, didn't you? That was Ridley Scott's input. But in terms of the actual story and stuff, that had nothing to do with him. So I don't see why, if Freddy Alvarez makes an Alien movie, it does well enough that they're ready to make a sequel to it, why you would hand another project of Alien solely to Ridley Scott, especially if it's that third prequel movie. I think he's taken out of context here. I think he's talking about the studio are developing a new Alien movie. He's just going to be a producer again on it, but the Hollywood Reporter took it out of context. We'll wait and see. I'm sure more sites and interviews, while especially now that he's going to have to start promoting Gladiator 2, I'm sure people will ask him about what's the future for Alien and see what his response is. So we'll keep our eyes and ears open for that. So with that, I shall leave it there for this one. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.